Hello, and welcome back to the limited queue. We're going to start trying something new. For a long while, I've wanted to put my thoughts on YouTube about Magic and where it's going. I think I have enough to maybe do something daily or bi-daily, every other day. But I couldn't really find it in myself to do it at home. It was a little strange because my wife is working from home. I don't want to bother her because she, of course, she's always supportive, so she would try and help, and then that would, make a big fuss out of it and all this and all that. But a lot's changed since I did this regularly, so I might not be that good at it at first, but hopefully I'll get better over time. Ooh, we are in Prospect Park, Brooklyn, walking the dog. Found a nice little spot to hang out for a minute. I want to talk to you about how cheap things are right now and what's going to happen to Magic as the world begins to reopen. It's a little interesting how people can always see the writing on the wall, but nobody ever listens to reason. Nobody ever does anything to further themselves in a moment of opportunity. And then they always look back and they say, hey, why didn't I do that? I should have known better, right? Well, I found that when I listen to myself, I actually end up doing pretty well. What do you do? Not 100% of the time. I've usually spec'd on cards in the past, mostly as fun. I've never really said anything about it, and a lot of the times I was wrong. I bought out dual lands in 2018. I went to almost every single Grand Prix I could, and bought out every single dual land in the room underneath $100, and that turned out okay. I traded bulk rares for pieces of power. That went out okay. And to be honest, some of the bulk rares might be worth more now, actually. But I guess the moral of the story was just hold Magic, right? And it goes up. So now I'm going to start voicing some of my opinions about what we could do now to make a decent $1, maybe $2, and I'm going to let you guys know about it. I understand it's probably going to get like 2.5 views, and that's fine. But it's important to me that I put it out there so I have an I told you so. Modern, when it comes back very soon, probably before the end of 2021, is going to experience one of the largest shifts and fluxes that it's ever seen. Modern is generally a paper-played format. Yes, people play on Moto, but they can't play it on Arena. In addition to being some of the most well-attended events throughout the United States and the world, has a cult-like following, similar to Legacy, just with less money. Modern is about to see an influx of 4 or 5 sets at the same time, which is practically unheard of. I don't think it's ever happened before. Nothing has anything been banned out of Modern in the last, Uro, any other things? Maybe, I don't have to look it up. There's a huge opportunity in this, because there are a whole lot of singles that casual Modern players and Weekend Warrior Modern players have not been considering from new sets because they haven't had an opportunity to play with them. They are extremely cheap right now, and I'm going to go through a rundown of what I think those are. I'm going to make a tally of it, and hopefully I'm going to make a prediction board. I will keep that prediction board public, and I'm going to put dates on it, and we'll see what's true and what became true and what didn't. We'll see how good at this I actually am. Black Goif is incredibly underrated right now. You can buy full art versions for like 20 bucks or 17 bucks. Full art foils are also around that price. Regular versions are somewhere around 12, I think, 13. That's a $40, $50 card. So I'm going to put actual hard numbers on it. Black Goif, it will, whatever the price is today, it's going to double by the end of, let's say June of 2022. It's going to double, if not more. The Trioms and the Pathways, mana bases, Pathways are incredibly good. Pathways are much better than people are giving them credit for. Pathways, maybe I am going bald. Pathways are pretty baller. Trioms are fetchable. Pathways are going to see, Pathways are the Shocklands of Pioneer. They are going to see play in Pioneer for sure. Pathways and Trioms if you don't have a play set of literally all 10 of each, you just should get them. Wait, 5 Trioms, 10 pathways. Get a play set of all of them. I don't know about a price prediction on that. Okay, so the blue ones, the blue pathways, will be $8 or $9 by June of 2022. I think that's conservative. Yeah, that'll probably work. There's a reason that Wizards does what they do, and they recently released a very small amount of pathway secret layers, which is one of the few secret layers that I am not hyped about, and I'm probably not going to get into. However, they released these secret layer pathways because they know the power level of them, and if we were playing paper right now, I think that pathways would have a bigger effect on Magic than they are already. So, yeah. I'm going to say regular, no frills, no flashiness pathways are going to be $8 or $9 by June of 2022. Trioms, I'm not sure because I haven't looked at the prices on them, but they're going to go up. I don't really know, so that's not a hard prediction. But Trioms are good. They're going to go up, not down, because nobody's played with them in Standard. So the only demand that will be created, there'll be demand to buy, not sell, because nobody has them for legacy formats. Okay. Or when I say legacy formats, I mean extended formats, and technically I don't think Modern is an extended format because it doesn't rotate. Or sorry, it can rotate. It just hasn't yet. Interesting concept. Anyway, so Pathways, Trioms, Black Goyf, Omnith. Omnith is incredibly undervalued right now. I picked up 10 or 20 showcase versions at $5 each, maybe less. Omnith is going to see Modern play. It's a landfall deck. It's a landfall card that is going to have utility in a format that is based around fetch lands. Full stop. Omnith is better than you think, and it's also going to have commander implications. So any 4 or 5 color Omnith, or any 4 or 5 color deck is great with Omnith. It just gets better. There's no reason not to run it. So any 4 or 5 color commander deck, and there are, mana bases that are going to be created with fetchable Trioms and such not, that are going to make Omnith incredibly attractive. Thieving Skydiver. I've been speccing real hard on Thieving Skydiver, like real hard. The Hammer Time deck has become popular in Modern Online. What people don't realize yet is that you can use Thieving Skydiver to target your own equipment and equip something for free. So I don't know why this hasn't seen play yet, because it's going to happen. It's just a natural evolution of the deck. For the Thieving Skydiver costs 2. For 1 more, it ATBs, and you attach your own Colossus Hammer to it. So for 3 mana, you get, Colossus Hammer is 10/10, right? Okay, so you get a 12/11? Yeah, you get a 12/11. Is that Marit Liege? No. Is it, Colossus Hammer's +10, right? Yeah, I think it is. So you get a 12/11 for 3 mana. Yeah, that seems good. And then the Colossus Hammer's still there in case your 12/11 dies. Sounds fine. It's going to see play in the modern Hammer Time deck that's already racking up wins. People with memes, iced tea memes and shit. And my Longhaul spec right now is Enigmatic Invocation. Enigmatic Invocation is a 4-mana enchantment that lets you fetch at the end of your turn. Sack, fetch. It's in Simic colors, which also fits into Sultai, which is great for graveyard shenanigans, including Muldrotha commander decks. Card's great. The card's incredibly underrated. I've been playing it constantly. I think it's terrific. It's one of the best and most underrated cards in the format. Right now it's a 20-cent rare, maybe 25. I pick up 100 or 200 a week whenever I can. I'll just randomly go on TCG Player and just sweep up all the copies. I think Enigmatic Invocation has the potential to be a $10 card. It will, but probably it will just see $4 or $5 by June of 2022. So I'm telling you this information because I think it'll work out, and if it doesn't work out in the timelines that I predict, then it will probably take a little longer. But these are great cards. They're not seeing play, and they should, and they probably will once people start playing Modern again. 50% off sale is ending soon as the world reopens. Oh, ready to get out of here, Besh? Yeah? Okay. Where are we going, buddy? Whoa, you found a trail. Big jump. Let's get out of here.